Hey yo, E-King's Fight News. Bob Arum has some criticism for Anthony Joshua, and he's saying he's lost a lot of credibility for having not taken the necessary risk, stepping up, fighting a real fight in the US, and he now believes that a lot of the popularity in the heavyweight division is now going to Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Both of those guys are equally sharing the limelight, whereas Anthony Joshua has sort of faded to the background among boxing pundits. E-King Fight News. We got more on this. Alright, so now it's Bob Arum who has some harsh words for Anthony Joshua. Oddly enough, he sees what I see. He sees what I see because you know what? At the end of the day, Anthony Joshua's playing second fiddle if he thinks the best fight for him in the US is Jarrell Miller. Point blank, he's playing second fiddle, right? He's not trying to enter with a huge storm, like you know how WWE, it's like if you want to make a grand entrance, you do it in the main event. You don't do it on the undercard, man. You don't do it in the beginning of the show. You do it in the main event, like The Rock or some shit. That's what I'm saying. AJ, like if he were to fight Big Baby Miller on the Zone, in June after Canelo fight, you're really just riding his coattails, aren't you? That's what you're doing. You're just riding Canelo. And I mean, if you want to do that, you don't want to stand on your own merit. I mean, that's look at what Deontay Wilder's doing. Just take a good look at what Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are doing. They went straight to pay-per-view. And I'm not trying to say one's better than the other. I'm just trying to say, both from an economical standpoint in the U.S. and from just point blank trying to garner superstar status, you don't exactly do it. You don't exactly do it on DAZN, Because to be honest, I don't believe they have enough American subscribers. I'm not sure what their subscriber count is in the US, and I'm not sure what their viewership is in the US. I know they just had a fight with Demetrius Andrade. I would be surprised if it did good numbers. I would be really surprised if that did good numbers. Because there was one good fight on. There was one good fight on there, and that Andrade fight put me to sleep. So it is what it is. Let's get into what Bob Arum had to say. E-King Fight News. We got more on this. All right, so this is what Bob Arum had to say in an interview with BBC Radio 5 Live. Arum said that Joshua's recent opponents, such as Joseph Parker, have damaged his credibility and suggested he's now being overshadowed by the likes of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So damaged credibility is what Bob Arum is saying. That on top of the fact that he's fighting guys with little chance of beating him. Which, that's not a great way to make a name for yourself in the heavyweight division. Fight a bunch of guys that's easy work. Meanwhile, over in the US, you have Deontay Wilder, who's coming off back-to-back fights with Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury. And we all know, anybody can look 5 years in the past, but boxing is a sport. That's what have you done for me lately? That's the kind of sport boxing is. Who are you fighting right now to make a statement? And right now, Wilder's fighting the fights. Right, Tyson Fury, epic fight. 9th round knockdown, you know, down on the cards. 12th round knockdown. While he's down on the cards, salvages a draw. Unbelievable heart. Tyson Fury almost knocked out. Comes right back. And fights an insane 12th round. And gets himself right back into the fight. That was epic. That was classic. You know, I can't say the same about AJ's last couple fights. And don't even talk about Klitschko, that was fucking years ago. Right? You can't live off that Klitschko fight forever. Can't do it. So, I mean, I see Bob Arum's criticism as warranted. I see it as warranted. You're seeing the same criticism from Lennox Lewis. You're seeing the same criticism from Carl Froch, guys. So, you know, it is what it is. It really is what it is. I mean, don't chalk it up to American media, because there are guys in the UK saying the same thing. The AJ's fucking up right now. AJ should have took 50 million. Is what Frank Warren said. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, did that money come from BT Sport? We really don't know. We really don't know. Eddie Hearn hasn't said anything like that. Anthony Joshua hasn't said anything like that. That's coming from, you know, Frank Warren. How much do you guys believe what Frank Warren said? And even if you do believe him, I mean, shit. It is what it is. He still turned it down. He still turned down 50 million. So it is what it is. Hey, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you already know, man. Who's he fighting next? Who is A Juicy J fighting next? Oh, I can tell you. I can tell you right now. It's down to two people. It's either Dillian White or Jarrell Miller. Eddie Hearn's trying to pressure Dillian White to take a lowball deal. And Dillian ain't buying it. Right? He's finally woken up, so to speak. And, you know, Jarrell Big Baby, I mean, you know, if he's smart, right now he can leverage the situation because he knows Dillian ain't taking Eddie's offer. And AJ needs a fight. And he's got no one else to fight but him. Really, if Dillian White snubs AJ for this lowball offer, Jarrell Miller can leverage that. So be smart, Jarrell. I tell you, be smart. Don't be an idiot and just take any offer Eddie Hearn gives you. Don't do that shit. Alright, y'all know what it is. For now, I see King Fight News. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we're out. Hey yo, King Fight News. And you know I had to do this one, right? Because I caught Eddie Hearn lying again about the whole Dillian White, Anthony Joshua situation. So you know what? It's King Fight News. And we got more on this. Alright. Y'all see the headline, right? Y'all see this headline. Eddie Hearn cautions now or never for White to accept the Anthony Joshua offer. Dillian White believes he has a lot to offer any promoter and any broadcast platform as a top-rated heavyweight contender. And despite Joshua's ability to draw massive crowds in his hometown, Eddie Hearn has yet to entice any heavyweight to immediately take an offer. And this is what he had to say. I want to make sure that a deal is good enough for him to accept, but I also wanted him to take it because this is it. This is the heavyweight world championship. And Dillian White has yet to sign the contract. You've got a chance to fight for it in your own country to become the king of the heavyweight division. Under the WBO rules, once Alexander Usyk steps up, if he steps up, should become the automatic WBO mandatory, even if only for purposes of additional leverage in current negotiations. I was with the WBO last week in Puerto Rico Dillian is #1 in the WBO. That mandatory title defense won't be called for another month or so, and it's not due until September or October. Dillian is in the running to be that mandatory, but if you turn down a shot at the World Heavyweight title, these don't come around very often. Okay. So this is what I'm about to get. So basically he's saying it's now or never, but at the same time, he's basically threatening Dillian Whyte. He's threatening Dillian Whyte in a way to say, you know what? If you don't take this fight, I'm gonna pull the strings. Is why he said I'm gonna pull the strings and I'm gonna get Alexander Usyk that mandatory. To me, that's what he's saying. Now, that's what he's saying today. Now let's see what he said last month in December. E-King's Fight News. We got more on this.
So if it wasn't Deontay Wilder, let me ask you a question. If it wasn't Deontay Wilder, it's a fan-friendly sport. Would they be interested in Dillian Whyte? So if Dillian Whyte fight gets made, I don't want to hear any boos, and it's not the fight we want to see. Do you know where I'm coming from? Deontay Wilder's a target, but if it's not him, it's Dillian Whyte. Let's go to Eddie Hearn because we have lost Dillian Whyte for the foreseeable future, I would say. April 13th, can those two fight each other at Wembley Stadium?
It's a matter of when, not if. Because I think Dillian Whyte's going to become the WBO mandatory early next year, and that's Joshua, not if. It's very clear the target is Deontay Wilder, but Dillian Whyte has earned his shot at world title, and he'll be the WBO mandatory, I believe, very soon.
All right, y'all heard that, right? Did y'all hear that? Y'all heard that, right?